Well, hello everyone. You have right here talk about for Jaycee Dugard. Talking about for rainbow design right here, and I was going through a lot of the illustration paintings I had, and this right here will be a portrait painting right here that I worked on, for Jaycee Dugard. Talk about her book, Still in Life, and as well as with Freedom the First. And sometimes you learn to read a lot of things that you went to school for, and want to know too, ever since 1987. And 102 that did you really go to school to learn how to use a lot of the mobile apps, and as well as if you want to call it, as to where that a lot of the mobile apps, and one of those mobile apps would also maybe be what you call is to were the Subway app. And so you talk about right here, I'm like, by every time I look at this right here, it's going to kind of remind me a little bit of Subway. And but almost each time that I go to Subway and I see that the restaurant is Subway, it's going to remind me a lot of Subway or Subway restaurant. And you're likely thinking too that Subway, and I don't really know, in case if somebody were to tell me that do you really do we really need to see anything such as what you call cartoony looking designs? I'm gonna say something that looks a little bit more like a cartoon, that Subway. And in case if somebody were wanted to where if you were to be drawing any kind of cartoon characters and want to know about what Jaycee Dugard said your character would maybe look like, and I would probably think too that do you like rainbow colors? And so I know with me though that if there's any chapter or so in any I might say that any section say in the book to where it talks about discovering rainbows, or as I say, if it's restaurants or anything like that. But still, if we're talking about for what you call for the Subway app, and for the Subway app right here, as you see right here that they have right here for the Subway app, and whenever we see the word app right there, I guess that basically means it's like an application. And I guess I don't know if app basically means it's short for an application, to where it's basically a software application. Yeah, a software application. You can install that on your phone, and just like the Starbucks coffee that or any other source of membership app that you can have for the phone. That think is toward I most ladies can maybe think too that maybe if it's the mall, if you about every time that you think about maybe the mall, that you're going to get excited about that. So let's just say that if it's any store in the mall that you think that you want to go shopping at, you're going to go ahead and download the mobile app for that. And so a lot of ladies can maybe think too that if it's going to be maybe Pennies or Dillard's or those types of apps, and if you download the mobile app, and you can actually see and search for what's in the inventory, and one of those could maybe be cosmetics and makeup, type, or jewelry products or something like that. And so like I think is to where that whenever I think of this drawing right here, of course, it's going to kind of remind me a little bit, kind of like an advertisement, but mainly I want to mainly use this advertisement right here for like a Subway advertisement. So like I thinking too that really if it's supposed to represent for any sort of sandwich, and want to know too that that have your sandwich ready in about 15 minutes or something like that. So whenever you go into Subway, it's just like going into a pizza place that they ask you what you like to have on your sandwich, and if you want to have it roasted or toasted or something like that. And so I think too, especially around Thanksgiving time, that Thanksgiving, Christmas time, that any special offers that they have on the menu, to where that that go to the nearest Subway, and want to know too that if it's maybe Jimmy John's or any other sorts of restaurant, that whenever you go in there to a fast food place or somewhere like that, that you would have the mobile app. And want to know just a little bit too that that whenever I go into Subway, it's going to remind me a lot of Jaycee Dugard's book. And in case if somebody were to ask me that, well, why? I'm like, well, that's because they say that you see, I'm like, see her, like say that whenever I look at her, and they say look at the pictures posted, and want to know too to where that that and plus that with in case if somebody were to ask me that whenever you think about Subway, though, that want to know too that yeah, sub sandwiches. So that certain you know restaurants that she likes going to, or if anything she's going to be visiting them, if she's going to be around town, and so it seems like to me that a lot of times it's like want to know too about certain things that you're going to be looking at the store, but really though, about the shopping mall, and besides the rainbow type style right here, in case if somebody were to ask me, besides the rainbow style, that also that this is going to kind of remind me a little bit more, like besides Subway though, but still though it you're talking about right here that you have right here for Subway, that you have right here. I'll talk about with the Subway app, that with the Subway app, that like I think too that okay, exactly about how does this app work, but I was also thinking too that if it's the rainbow, but yeah, it's a Subway app. That in case of anybody say that, what else were you gonna say? I'm like, well, what I was thinking about mainly is rainbow, and whenever I was working on this, I was actually thinking about like rainbow design, because yeah, the mall, yeah, the mall was what I was trying to think about. So in case of any ladies that may want to wear, yeah, shopping mall. But every time you hear the word shopping mall, is it going to kind of remind you of something exciting? A lot of things that you can find there at the mall. If it's maybe the cosmetic stores, or maybe the movie theaters, or something like that. And you'll wonder too that anywhere in a book that maybe talks about the shopping malls or somewhere like that. And yeah, fashion bug, dress, any sorts of stores where we can find fashion designing or interior designing stuff, if it's clothes or if it's makeup or something like that. So if you're gonna be using any sorts of mobile app, so yeah, and I'm sure a lot of us would probably say that have you bought the book using the mobile app? And I have the Kindle version, in case of anybody that may ask me that yeah, I have the Kindle version, and the Kindle version compared to actually going to the store, the bookstore, and actually buying the book though, that have you tried that to where that you can go ahead and purchase a book, and then you say that yeah, that I besides if it's a library or somewhere like that, but still though, that have you tried that to where that if you go ahead and use the mobile app, just to be able to buy the book, if it's going to be free on the first, or if it's going to be stolen live, but still though, that the first thing I might say is to where I didn't go to school to learn all this stuff, and somebody may say that welcome to the club. So I really don't know if that's really what comes to their mind, is to a welcome to the club, but still, that you may not have gone to school to learn all this stuff, but still, that one thing that you may have gone to school to learn, maybe quite a bit about, is to where that whenever you first start shopping at, like if you get the mobile app and you start shopping online, or if you go to the nearest store, if it's going to be maybe the Subway restaurant, the first thing that you might see, of course, is going to be an advertisement. So you talk to somebody who is an expert at you talk to somebody who is familiar with something like what they talk about, and want to know just a little bit too, to where how does it work, or why should I use it? And so it seems like a lot of times though that that the first thing comes first, is to where that you first introduce it, and want to know as to where you're really why should I use it? But really though, that some people might even say too, that compared to using the mobile app and compared to actually going to the store, that does that make the line move quicker? If you get tired of waiting in line for so long, or if it's anything that you just kind of want to make it fast, to where you only want to spend about maybe 5 minutes, just if you're going to have the mobile app, that it goes quicker, that you would able to you can have access to whichever that you're looking for at your own reasonable time. And in case of anybody that may wonder, to where is it just like maybe having your own jewelry products? You go ahead and buy jewelry products, and you're able to try them on. If you like them, you can buy them, right? Compared to having the mobile app, to where if you like it, and then you can go in and download it, and then you'll try it for 30 days or something like that. But really though, anything what you call it's like if it's anything retail marketing or anything like that. But still, though, that whenever I bought that Jaycee's book, for the first time, if I can remember, it took up to 3 weeks or so, just for it to be delivered. But still, that if I can remember right, that I did not have an account during the time. So the first thing was first is to where that I had to enter my email address, just to be able to order the book. And so, in case of anybody that may want to where if you want to go ahead and order anything, maybe from the Jayce Foundation, is your email address required? And they say that yeah, I'm like just like almost everything else that you do online, that they're going to ask you for your email address and all that. But still, that if you want to sign up, for the latest updates. But still though, that whenever you're going to be going to the websites or so, and like we were to where that you're having a mobile app handy though, that's going to give you a good idea. That's going to give you a better idea about about the latest releases, or like anything that's coming up. And in case of anybody that may ask me as to where if it's going to maybe be the lunar moon or something like that, about the moon though, lunar eclipse, or if it's the moon though, that you want to know too is to where that if you're going to have be able to download the mobile app to where you can stay updated about that stuff. And so whenever you think about a phone or the mobile app, do you kind of look at that maybe just a little bit like a pager for business or something like that? If it's going to be like maybe a company pager, and one or two is to where that every time it beeps or clicks, that means that somebody's trying to reach you about something. Maybe if it's a job duty or something like that, maybe for a job. But still though, but you have right here, I've talked about for the Subway app right here, and they say that talk about for the rainbow right here. And so in case if somebody were to ask me that okay, that exactly what do you mean by rainbow? Rainbow though, are most rainbows though, are they really just what you call known as what you call as just just a straight water vapor? Are they just a display of water vapor to where you can't really touch it, but you can only see it? But still, do we ever wonder that back whenever we were young though about the rainbows though? Is to where every time you walk up real close to it, it's going to disappear, right? Well, the mobile apps usually don't disappear. And you one or two is to where that about every time you think of a, if it's bubbles or if it's anything clouds or something like that, you one or two to anything that you like looking at whenever you were a kid, and one of them could have been a rainbow, and one or two, you walk up close to that rainbow, and you want to touch the rainbow, and then it just disappears, and then it winds up, you see that rainbow within maybe a few blocks away or something like that. But still, with most, I guess you could say that besides a rainbow nightlight or something like that, that anything about what you call it, maybe what you expect for like the Subway app, that since you were a kid that maybe you like reading story books or something like that, like storybooks or anything like that, and you would maybe find out a lot of that online on a mobile app. And one of those too is to where that a lot of things that you wanted since you were a kid, that you can still have them, even though that you're not really a little kid anymore. But still, a lot of these mobile apps, in case of anybody that may say too, that a lot of these mobile apps, you have to be 18 or older just to be able to order a lot of things from those mobile apps, right? Back whenever you were about maybe 8 or maybe 10 years old, that you were like you thinking too that you want to buy a storybook from a catalog, and you were old enough to do all that. So it seems like that like you say, you want to ask mommy and daddy if they can order it for you or something. But still, that want to know just a bit too about the anything that you find in the stores, and want to know to where that really. But anyway, but just knowing about understanding about how it works too. But still, that when I see this right here, it's going to remind me a lot of the Subway restaurant, and like any sorts of advertising so far as healthy and eat fresh, something like that. Stay healthy, live healthy, stay healthy. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.